When the Coldplay kiss cam caught that CEO and HR director in each other's arms, millions watched their faces turn to horror as they realized they'd been exposed. But there was someone else watching at home whose world was quietly falling apart. His wife. She removed his last name from her social media that very night. Maybe you know that feeling too. The moment when betrayal stops being something that happens to other people and becomes your reality. Today, let's talk about the pain behind the camera that nobody sees.
In Jesus' presence daily.
That CEO's wife sat at home watching her marriage crumble on live TV. She didn't scream or cry in public. She just quietly removed his name from her social media. That simple act spoke volumes about the pain she felt inside. When betrayal hits you, it doesn't just break your heart. It shatters your entire world. The ground under your feet stops feeling solid. The person you trusted most becomes a stranger overnight. Your mind can't make sense of what just happened. Your body starts doing things you never expected. Sleep disappears completely. You lie awake at 3 in the morning replaying every moment. Your stomach churns all day long. Food tastes like cardboard. Simple tasks become impossible to finish. The research shows something shocking. Betrayal trauma causes the same symptoms as soldiers get from war. Your brain goes into survival mode. It tries to protect you by shutting down your emotions. You feel numb, but also raw at the same time. Women describe this feeling in heartbreaking ways. One day you know who you are. The next day that person is gone. The man you married for 10 years becomes someone you don't recognize. The life you built together feels like it was all pretend. The questions start attacking your mind without mercy. Was any of it real? How long has this been going on? What else has he lied about? Did he ever really love you? Were you just fooling yourself this whole time? You start looking back at every fight, every late night at work, every time he seemed distant. The signs were probably there all along. You feel stupid for missing them. You blame yourself for not seeing what everyone else might have known. Your friends try to help, but they don't really understand. They say things like, "You're better off without him," or "At least you found out now." They mean well, but their words feel empty. They go home to their safe marriages, while you face another sleepless night alone. The hardest part isn't even the betrayal itself. It's the crushing loneliness that follows. Everyone expects you to move on quickly. They get uncomfortable when you're still hurting weeks or months later. The world keeps spinning while you're stuck in the wreckage. Physical symptoms start showing up in ways that surprise you. Headaches pound behind your eyes for days. Your stomach problems get worse. You can't focus at work. Simple decisions become overwhelming. Your body is trying to process trauma it was never designed to handle. Research proves that betrayal from someone close to you creates real physical illness. The stress hormones flood your system constantly. Your immune system breaks down. Depression and anxiety take over your thoughts. This isn't weakness. It's your body responding to genuine trauma. Some women describe feeling like they're losing their identity completely. The wife, the partner, the woman who believed in love, she's gone. In her place is someone who questions everything and trusts no one. The future you planned together has been erased. You might find yourself checking his phone, his email, his social media. You become a detective in your own life. This hypervigilance exhausts you, but you can't stop. Your brain is trying to protect you from more surprises, but it's wearing you down. The betrayed often suffer from flashbacks and nightmares. You relive the moment you found out over and over. Sleep becomes your enemy because that's when the images attack your mind. You wake up feeling like you never rested at all. Social withdrawal becomes your new normal. Being around happy couples hurts too much. Family gatherings feel fake when everyone pretends nothing happened. You start avoiding places where you used to feel safe and loved. But here's what I need you to hear. Above all the noise in your head, your pain is completely real. It matters more than words can say. You're not crazy for feeling this way. You're not weak for struggling to heal. You're not broken beyond repair. This kind of deep hurt needs more than time and positive thinking. It needs someone who truly gets what betrayal feels like. Someone who has walked through this darkness before. Jesus knows betrayal in ways that might shock you. His closest friends crushed his heart just like yours has been crushed. He gets the pain you feel right now. Think about Judas for a moment. This wasn't some random person who hurt Jesus. Judas was one of the 12 men Jesus trusted most. He ate meals with Jesus every day. He watched Jesus heal the sick and raise the dead. Jesus trusted him with their money. Judas walked beside Jesus for 3 years. But Judas made a choice that broke Jesus' heart. He went to the religious leaders and asked what they would pay him to hand Jesus over. They gave him 30 pieces of silver. Judas planned this betrayal for days. He looked for the right moment to destroy the man who loved him. When that moment came, Judas used a kiss to betray Jesus. A kiss. The same thing you do to show love became the sign of ultimate betrayal. Jesus felt that kiss on his cheek, knowing what it really meant. Your husband's kiss probably felt the same way when you learned the truth. The betrayal didn't stop with Judas. When Jesus needed his friends most, they all ran away. Every single one of them. These were the men who promised to die for him. They said they would never leave his side. But when the soldiers came, they scattered like scared children. Peter made it even worse. He was Jesus' closest friend, the one who said he would never deny Jesus, even if everyone else did. But that same night, Peter told people 3 different times that he didn't even know Jesus. He lied to save his own skin, while Jesus faced torture alone. Jesus felt the sting of abandonment by everyone he loved. He knows what it feels like when people you trust become strangers overnight. He understands the shock when someone shows you they're not who you thought they were. Jesus lived through that same darkness you're walking through now. But here's what makes Jesus different from everyone else. Look at how he treated people who were caught in betrayal. The religious leaders brought a woman to Jesus who had been caught in adultery. They dragged her through the streets and threw her at his feet. They wanted to stone her to death right there. Jesus could have joined them. He could have condemned her and walked away. Instead, he knelt down in the dirt beside her. He wrote something in the sand that we'll never know. Then he stood up and looked at her accusers. "Let the one without sin throw the first stone," Jesus said. Those words cut through their anger like a knife. One by one, they dropped their rocks and walked away. The oldest ones left first because they knew their own secrets best. Soon only Jesus and the woman remained. Jesus didn't lecture her about her choices. He didn't make her feel worse than she already did. He simply said, "I don't condemn you either. Go and sin no more." He offered grace to someone everyone else wanted to punish. He gave her a fresh start when the world wanted to end her life. This same Jesus sees your pain right now. He knows about every sleepless night you've had. He counted every tear you've cried. He felt your heart break when you discovered the truth. Jesus understands betrayal because he lived through it himself. The religious leaders thought they could trap Jesus with that woman's sin. They wanted to force him to choose between mercy and justice. But Jesus found a way to offer both. He showed mercy to the broken woman while still calling sin what it was. Jesus offers you that same perfect balance. He sees your pain and calls it real. He knows your husband's betrayal hurt you deeply, and he calls that wrong. But he also offers you something no one else can give you: perfect understanding from someone who has been exactly where you are. This is the same Jesus who sees your pain and offers you something no counselor or friend can provide. He gives you perfect understanding and perfect love from someone who knows betrayal personally. Jesus doesn't promise to make your pain go away right now, but he does promise to walk through every dark day with you. He sees each tear you cry. He knows about every sleepless night when your mind won't stop racing. Your healing starts with this truth. The same Jesus who forgave Judas wants to heal your broken heart. He knows exactly how betrayal feels because he lived through it too. Take one small step today. Talk to Jesus about your pain. Tell him how much it hurts. He's waiting to meet you right where you are.
In Jesus' presence daily.